Hey, it's Dustin with Parts Doctor, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to replace the drum rollers using the drum roller kit from Whirlpool. But this also applies to some other great manufacturer brands such as Kenmore, Maytag, Amana, and more. It's super simple. I'll show you step by step, so let's jump right in. If your dryer thumps, squeaks, or squeals, worn or damaged rollers might be the culprit. Roller wheels can develop flat spots, which can either cause the drum not to rotate or make a thumping noise each time the flat spot hits the dryer drum. Any appliance that has moving parts will eventually need some form of maintenance or replacement of those parts. The drum roller kit from Whirlpool contains 2 drum roller wheels, 4 tri-rings, and 2 push-on nuts. Despite whatever cycle your dryer runs, the drum is always turning, and these drum roller wheels are crucial for the smooth operation of your appliance. This constant turning will eventually wear out even the highest quality part. While you might find a deal online, replacing these high-use parts with aftermarket knockoffs will have you doing this job again sooner than you would like. Those no-name parts usually are made with cheap and inexpensive materials, causing them to fail in a fraction of the time of the OEM parts. If you need to purchase a drum roller kit for your Whirlpool dryer, you can check out our website, partsdoctor.com, where we offer fast shipping and only sell manufacturer-approved genuine replacement parts for all major appliance brands. Tools needed: Phillips head screwdriver, 5/16 nut driver or socket, putty knife, needle nose pliers, 3 2x4 blocks or something similar to support the dryer drum. Before working on any appliance, please remember to disconnect it from the power. If you need to move your dryer away from the wall, please disconnect the dryer vent hose on the rear of the machine. Exposed edges on the dryer may be sharp, so consider using gloves and protective clothing. Locate the lint screen and pull the lint screen from the lint chute. Set it aside. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 screws from the lint chute opening. Be careful to not let them fall down the lint screen chute. On the top panel of the dryer, there are 2 clips roughly 2 inches from the edge of the dryer that hold the top panel in place. Using a putty knife, gently press the clip in to release the top panel of the dryer. While you're pressing on the clip, gently pull up on the top panel so you know when it's released. Repeat on the opposite side until the top is released from both clips. Once the top is free, the top panel of the dryer can be safely opened and secured. It is important that you do not flip the top all the way open, as you can damage the metal tabs or wiring harness. The metal tabs holding the top panel are not designed or strong enough to hold the panel on their own. Prop the top panel against a wall or secure it with cord or twine. Locate the door switch wiring connector in the front right corner of the dryer cabinet. Gently use your putty knife to release the locking tab on the door switch wiring harness and pull the 2 connectors apart. Once the top panel is secure and the door switch is disconnected, move on to removing the front panel. There are 2 5/16 screws and 2 slide-in hooks holding the front panel to the cabinet. First, remove the 2 5/16 fasteners with either a nut driver or socket, and be sure not to lose the 2 retaining clips that hold the screws in place. Once both of the top screws are removed, tilt the top of the front panel about 6 inches away from the cabinet and lift to free the panel from the 2 bottom clips. The dryer drum is supported by the front panel, so while you're moving the front panel away, rest the drum against either of the dryer side panels. The metal edges can be sharp, so be careful when working around any exposed edges of the dryer. Now place your support under the dryer drum to hold it in place. We are using these scrap 2x4 blocks to hold the drum while we work. Once the drum is stabilized, you can see where the idler pulley is on the bottom of the dryer cabinet. If your belt and idler pulley are still in place, snap a photo of the belt orientation for reference later. Push the idler pulley right towards the motor pulley to release the tension off the drive belt and slide it off the motor pulley. The idler pulley should now be free. If your dryer has multiple slots for the idler pulley to mount in, you'll want to take note on which slot your idler pulley was mounted in. If your belt is still in one piece, you can use it to help guide the drum out from the dryer cabinet. Lift the drum out and slowly guide it out of the cabinet through the 2 rounded indents in the side of the dryer cabinet. Set the drum aside. With the drum out of the cabinet, you can see the 2 drum roller wheels on the back of the cabinet. To remove the right roller wheel, remove the plastic tri-ring on the roller axle. Do not worry about damaging this plastic retention ring, as there are 4 replacement parts included in the kit. Slide the roller wheel off and inspect the rear tri-ring, and if it's damaged, discard it. The left roller wheel has a support arm that's attached to the bottom of the cabinet and the end of the roller axle. The support arm is held onto the roller axle with a push-on nut that can be removed by firmly but carefully using a needle nose plier to work the support arm off the axle with a back and forth rocking motion. Slide the support arm off the axle, remove the plastic tri-ring, and slide the roller wheel off. If your rear tri-ring is in good working condition, you can leave it. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to remove the tri-ring retention clip and replace it. With both roller wheels removed, now is a great time to clean all the hair and other debris that might be wrapped around the axles and inspect the roller axles for any damage. The roller axles are made from harder material than the interior of the roller wheels, so damaged axles are rare, but not impossible. Use your hands to feel the axles for any pitting or rough areas. If you notice any damage, the axle should be replaced. There will be a link in the description for a video on how to replace the roller axles if you need it. Putting a new roller wheel on a damaged axle will shorten the lifespan of the new roller drastically. If you need to purchase a new drum roller kit, make sure you get a manufacturer certified replacement part like the ones that we sell on our website, partsdoctor.com. We'll leave a link in the description below. Search with the model tag from your dryer to be sure that you get the correct part. Before installing the new roller wheel on the left side of the dryer, be sure to slide a new tri-ring retention clip on the back groove of the roller axle if you took off the old one. This clip assures that the roller wheel will not move out of place during drum installation and operation. The tri-ring clips have a small tab on each flat side of the triangle that can be used to move the clip to the proper location. The clips are made of plastic, so lift just enough to get it out and over the axle groove to prevent it from breaking. Once the tri-ring is installed on the back groove, slide the roller wheel on the axle and spin the roller to give the roller axle one last check. The roller wheel should have very little side-to-side wobble and should spin freely. This is a self-lubricating component, so you do not need to apply any sort of lubrication or grease. If the wheel does not spin freely or has excess play, re-inspect the roller axle and replace it if it's worn or damaged. With the roller wheel installed, slide a tri-ring on the axle and be sure it's fully seated in the front axle groove. The roller wheel should now spin freely and have a small amount of back and forth wobble on the axle. With the roller wheel and tri-rings installed, slide the support arm on the end of the axle. Locate the push-on nut included in the kit and position it at the end of the axle with the concave portion facing the support arm. If you cannot push the push-on nut with your hands, use your 5/16 or similar socket to apply pressure to the push-on nut to slide it into place. If the push-on nut is extremely tight and hard to move, you can give the end of your nut driver or the backside of your ratchet a few light taps until the push-on nut is in place. If your push-on nut is loose on the axle, you can place it on a hard, flat surface with the tabs facing up and gently apply pressure to the tabs to make the opening slightly smaller. This should give the push-on nut more holding strength. Reinstalling the push-on nut is important to holding the support arm in place. This roller supports the majority of the weight of the drum when the dryer is in use. Move to the right side axle and repeat the process for the other roller wheel installation. Like the other side, if you need to, install the tri-ring on the back groove and then the roller wheel and then the final tri-ring clip. Be sure to test this axle and roller for proper fitment. The right side of the dryer's roller wheel will have more front to back movement than the left side. Now is a great time to inspect the groove on the dryer drum that the roller wheels ride in. While slowly rotating the drum, look for any debris or damage to the concave channel on the rear of the drum. Clean this area to extend the life of your roller wheels and assure a more quiet drying cycle. While you're inspecting the roller wheel channel, take a look at the felt seal on the rear of the drum and look for any excess of wear, missing felt, or excess of damage. If the felt seal is damaged or missing in any spots, articles in the dryer drum can get stuck between the drum and the back panel and be destroyed. The rear drum felt seal from partsdoctor.com includes the adhesive needed if you need to replace the part. The plastic interior ring on the front of the dryer drum is called the support ring bearing, and this supports the front of the drum as it spins. The lip around the door of the front panel of the dryer is where the front drum seal is mounted and provides a soft surface for the plastic support ring bearing to rotate on. If either of these components are damaged, you might hear grinding, squeaking, or metal on metal scraping. If either of the front or rear seals or the support ring needs to be replaced, check out our how-to videos on how to replace each component. There will be a link in the description below on how to replace those components. If you moved your drum support from earlier, be sure to move it back to the front middle of the bottom of the cabinet and slide the right roller wheel towards the front of the dryer cabinet. This will make reinstalling the drum easier. Check to be sure that the drive belt is not twisted or flipped in any spot, and grab the belt and the front of the dryer drum and slowly maneuver it between the side panels into the cabinet. You want to be sure that the felt seal is in the rear when sliding the drum back into place. Slide the drum in and rest the rear of the drum on the two roller wheels at the back of the cabinet. Do a visual check on the right roller wheel to see that it's in the wheel channel. While holding the drive belt, press your leg against the front of the dryer drum to hold it in place and slowly turn the drum to check that the felt seal is not folded between the drum and the back panel. Be sure to spin the drum one full rotation. Gently rest the drum on your 2x4 blocks and position the drive belt. If there are any marks from the previous belt, use that to position the belt for installation on the idler pulley. Be sure the black groove side is facing the drum and the fabric looking side is facing up. Locate the slots on the bottom of the dryer cabinet. Slide the left side of the bottom of the idler pulley into the leftmost slot at an angle and then the other tab on the idler pulley into the slot next to it. Reach in the opening below the idler pulley wheel and pull the belt through. Apply pressure to the idler pulley towards the motor until you can move the belt onto the motor pulley on the motor shaft. Reference the photo you took earlier if you need help with the belt path. While looking at the drive belt on the idler pulley tensioner, support the front of the drum and slowly turn the drum clockwise. The drum, belt, and motor should all turn when you do this. If your drum does not turn freely, either the belt or idler pulley are installed incorrectly. If there's an issue with the drum not spinning freely, do not proceed to install the front panel of the dryer. Remove the drive belt from the idler pulley and pull the drum out to find the problem before proceeding. If the drum, pulley, motor, and rollers are all spinning smoothly, move the front panel near and while carefully supporting the drum, remove the support blocks underneath it. While continuing to support the drum, move the front panel into place. Using your foot, slide the bottom of the front panel on the metal hooks near the bottom of the side walls of the cabinet. Apply gentle pressure to the bottom of each side of the front panel until each side slips on and down on the metal J-shaped hooks. While continuing to hold the front panel in place, carefully reach in to align the dryer drum to fit over the front drum seal while you push the front panel against the cabinet. While holding the front panel in place, be sure that the retention clips are in place and screw the two 5/16 fasteners with your nut driver or socket. Firmly tighten both sides. Reconnect the door switch wiring harness, being sure that the locking clip snaps back into place. Check the top of the cabinet for any wires that could get pinched when closing the top panel. Slowly close the top panel and firmly snap both sides onto the clips. Replace the two screws near the lint chute. Again, be careful that they do not fall down into the chute. Finally, slide the lint screen into the lint chute opening. And that's it. Congratulations on repairing your dryer. As always, I'm Dustin with the Parts Doctor, and until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.